Hey folks, welcome to the Arbor Tree Care YouTube channel. I'm Conlon, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Arbsession caraLINK tether. This is a pretty cool kit that you can get off of Arbsession's website. Specifically today, I want to look at this tether itself. I think this is a pretty unique product that does something that other tethers just don't do, and that is that it attaches with this DMM carabiner in the top hole of your hitch climber setup. So this is pretty neat. It has a couple advantages over other tether systems. First is it's really easy to take on and off. So all you have to do is take off the carabiner, pop the slick pin, and it comes right off. And since it's got this carabiner built into it already, it's that easy. You don't have to have any kind of tool holder or anything. You just pop it on your saddle, and when you're ready to switch back to stationary rope, you just pop it back on, and it couldn't be easier. So I'm the type of climber that likes to switch from SRT to moving rope once I get up into the tree on some trees, especially these big pines that we have out here. Doing removal, it's just way faster to either go SRT with a cinching anchor around the trunk and then just spur up, or if it's really tall, I'll just send the rope up, grab the first available branch, send a non-retrievable anchor up there, and SRT rope walk up. And then once I get to the top, I can switch over to MRS, and then I just take the end of my rope and chuck it over a couple branches, loop it back down to me. That way I'm not standing in my spurs all day, I'm not hanging off my flip line. I can sit down in the saddle and work around and zip line out the tree branches. And then once I get to the point where I'm ready to top the tree and start blocking it down, all I have to do is pop this thing back off, or sorry, put that back on, and I'm back into an SRT configuration. I can have that choking anchor on the way down. So it's really versatile for a climber who likes to just have a rough game plan on the ground and then get up and see where a good tie-in point might be, or just an easy way to advance. If you're strictly SRT, this might not be the product for you, but I really like its versatility. And if you're strictly SRT, this is just way easier to get on and off. There's other advantages too. So another advantage is that because it attaches up in this top hole, it leaves a lot more space in the bottom down here where it attaches with a carabiner. So if you wanted to use, say, something like a hitch cord that had tied terminations, you don't have to fight with the tether for real estate down here on this carabiner. You can use this smaller carabiner even with your tied hitch cords, and that makes a lot more sense if you're trying to save money and not have to get sewn, or if you don't want to have to splice or get them spliced. You can just get 3 or 4 or 5 feet of hitch cord, which is a lot cheaper than getting it sewn, tie it yourself, and get the length that you want. So you can play around with different size lengths hitch cord, and you don't have to worry about having to go back and get another size sewn up. And you can get odd hitch cord lengths. You can get, a lot of the times they only come in even lengths. So if you're really finicky and you want that 1 inch increment, you can do it with the tied hitch cord. But it's really hard to do that when you're also fighting with a double or single leg of your tether coming down and interfering with that. This comes off a lot easier than those legs do if you want to switch back and forth from SRS to MRS. Okay, so that's another advantage. Even if you only climb SRT or SRS, stationary rope, this is still a pretty cool system because it attaches just in this one spot. Okay, I want to give you a size comparison. The one that you've been looking at is the smaller size. Let's look a little bit at the regular size. So I got this as a kit. First off, it came with the ISC rope wrench, the regular sized one, not the wide one, the caraLINK tether. It came with 2 of these DMM smaller carabiners, and the hitch climber eccentric. I want to say when I bought it, it was like $350. Don't quote me on that. But I also got this regular sized one, and I already had the notch flow rope wrench and a carabiner. So really all I was buying another, the price of this is just the same price as any other rope wrench within reason. Any other sewn up rope wrench that looks just like this, it's the same price. So if you already have these components, it's really just like 45 bucks or so. But to give you an idea of the size, I'm going to clip this together. Might look a little weird, but it'll give you a good frame of reference. This is going to be, imagine this is just a little bit taller if you put it on this one, and this one would be a little bit shorter if you swapped the hole placement. But there you go. That's the size of these rope wrenches. And I would recommend the smaller one for anybody who likes the shorter hitches. So if you're climbing on, this is an Arbsession hitch, but I climbed on a distal for a while with this. If you're gonna climb with like a longer hitch, like a VT, I would go with the longer one, or just get both. The smaller one, that you can see they're pretty close in size. So it's not like if you get the longer one, it's gonna be just this enormous thing. They're both great, and I use them both. I just prefer the wrench that comes with the kit, the ISC wrench. I think I like it a little bit better than the notch one. Not to say that this is bad or anything. I just like the moving pulley in here. It seems to be a little bit smoother. But what I really like about the small one is it's great for spar work. I didn't bring it out here, but if you put a Rope Runner Pro, the old one, the silver one, they're about the same size. End to end, they're about the same size. This is about the same size as my Rope Runner Pro. But the advantage of this is I don't worry about this if it gets pushed up against the side of the tree, or if I go over a branch and it kind of pushes on it sideways. It doesn't matter. There's really no side loading of this. I wouldn't like go crazy with the pulley or go crazy with the wrench and try to push on it super hard. But if this goes against the side of a tree and pushes on it, it's not going to hurt it. It shouldn't hurt it. The only thing it might do is bump your cord and lower you a little bit. But this is much more forgiving than bumping the bird on the rope wrench, or sorry, the Rope Runner Pro. Again, not that that's a bad system. It's just I really like this. It seems to be really forgiving, really compact. It's great for spar work. It's great for just moving around at the tree and not having this thing way out. Both of them are pretty compact. But what I really like about it is that this one is the same size as the Rope Runner Pro. So getting it up against the spar is super easy. And then just make sure that your slick pin isn't pressed up against the trunk. And really you can press this against the trunk of the spar, which is nice. So that's a pretty good look. I'm sure I'm forgetting a couple things that I would like to maybe talk about with this system. But if you're in the market for a rope wrench, I would strongly consider looking at the Arbsession caraLINK tether. This is the new and improved version too, so it doesn't tend to buckle. The only downsides, I'll take this longer one off. The only downsides to this product would be that it kind of moves a little bit when you advance it up, and that might be you might be able to fix that with maybe putting some rubber or something in here. But as you advance it, it wants to kind of get a little crooked. This is way more exaggerated than you'll see probably in the tree. But as soon as you start to descend on it, it goes right back into place. It's not the end of the world. If you're really OCD, then maybe this might bother you, but I just don't, it doesn't matter so much to me. There's so many other things that I'm worried about while I'm in the tree. So that would be my only gripe with this thing. But again, it's not even that big of a deal. When you're just going a little bit, it doesn't do it at all. It's more when you're rope walking, it might do it. But when you clip it into a chest harness, for some reason, if you put it in, I just put my chest harness in this third hole, this middle hole right here, it advances really well for some reason. So yeah, that would be my only gripe. But man, the pros definitely outweigh the cons of this thing. It's my go-to climbing device right now, and I have used other rope wrenches and rope tethers in the past, and I've used a couple mechanicals. The Rope Runner Pro is what I tried to get on, but I just went back to this. I really enjoyed this. If you can, I would just buy it as a kit like I did here. I only got this one because I already had the other pieces, but I want my carabiner back now because I don't use this as often, so I might take this carabiner off and then just have this as a backup. But the kit, I think when I priced it out, you really do, I think, save a couple bucks by getting the whole kit. And it's always nice to have a secondary system in addition to whatever you've been climbing on. Or if this is your first system, it's perfect. And if you don't like this tether at the end of the day, let's say this just really bothers you, you're really not out much, okay? Because you can use all the components for a different system or for anything else. These carabiners, obviously you'll use that for something. The pulley you'll always have a use for. If you wanted to use the rope wrench, but you just didn't like this tether, swap it out for a solid one, a double or a single leg one, and you're good to go. So it's still a great deal. I would highly recommend this as a first or a second. If you're a rope wrench climber like I am, I'm kind of sold on this system now. This is the peak one, I think. So thank you for watching this review of the Arbsession caraLINK V2 tether. Please like and comment and subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you on the next one. We will be reviewing more products from Arbsession. I've got the bag right here, the throw ball, and a couple other things I'd like to review from them. So thank you for watching. Have a good day.